Previously on the Mike Knoxxx Show.
You know what I mean? But Ricochet, let's be real here, guys. Other than my kids and a couple, people who, really believe in whatever it is they'll believe in. Thank you, sir. If he leaves, who's crying? Right? Who's really crying? I'm gonna just think this first and foremost. And again, I don't reach out. I don't try to reach out. It's eventful to me to reach out. To me, it's all about watching wrestling in an organic way. Again, today, you guys would have completely destroyed the NWO. Y'all would have. Y'all would have ruined it for everybody. Y'all would have been like, oh my God, this is what's going on. That's what's going on. It would have been right here. I thought it was very important to talk about this today because
I have the insights to do it.
A lot of people don't talk about, to me, the greatest rivalry in WWE history because we can go back and forth to realness on the screen versus, non-realness. We know there was real heat between Savage and Hogan. We know there was real heat between Edge and Matt Hardy, right? We've seen real heat before, but to me, we've never seen real heat that equates to great matches like these two have done, including great promos, in my opinion, between Bret and Shawn Michaels.
Drums, please. Drums, please.
Viewers may find the following video disturbing.
This ain't nothing but healthy conversation.
Yeah. Perfect Plex Radio. We about to go live on him. Mike Knoxxx. That's with 3 X's because he's hardcore. Are y'all ready? We about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go! At the money, now you're all what you getting in. Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News and interviews, it's a one-stop shop. Matter of fact, let me give you more choices. You could call in and be the voice with the voiceless. So what you waiting on? Let's get it cracking. Let's talk wrestling, that's enough rapping. Perfect Plex Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
And welcome, everybody, to the Mike Knoxxx Show. And people, I love professional wrestling. It's like, I love House of Dragons and Game of Thrones. Man, I love me some G.I. Joe and my Transformers, and my kids, they love that anime bullshit. Only anime I call is Dragon Ball Z or, Avatar. That's my anime. But that's just me. You like what you like. I like what I like. And hey, together we like what we like, and we love professional fucking wrestling. I mean, do you love wrestling? I mean, y'all act like y'all like wrestling, but
put your hand down. You smiling?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Why are you smiling?
Because I love football. Football's fun.
Fun, sir.
Fun, sir.
It's fun.
Yes.
You sure?
I think
Now
so.
you thinking. First you smile, then
see, are you sure wrestling's fun? Because the bitching, the moaning, I mean, seriously, all my women wrestling fans, please do not take no offense to this. But a lot of men wrestling fans be on their menstrual cycle when things happen. They don't want to. They just start bleeding. They just start bleeding, and they're so old school. They still think that douching is the thing you're supposed to do. You can't douche this out. Okay, the JJ cleans itself. Okay, so you guys got to stop bleeding every time something doesn't go your way. Welcome to the Mike Knoxxx Show, guys. My name is Mike Knoxxx, and I got my crew with me, always holding me down, holding me backstage. King Von Jr., 301 King Von Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast. The Z is silent, putting up the things we need to put up on the screen. Listen, you're in right now with Unpopular Review Wrestling. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, smash the bell notification, because when we go live, you post it, we go live, right? I mean, that's what all the big wigs say, right? It works for them. Why can't it work for us, right? As DJ would say, we're not actually able to put up, give us, free, chicken dinners, no one's passing a collection plate, but if you want to go ahead and donate, you can do that too. Okay, the link's in the bio. All right. Microphones go in, microphones go out. We add new people in. We got to tag new people out. We want to make sure we're doing this best for you. And the best way to do that is to tell you about yourself, wrestling fans. That's what the Mike Knoxxx Show is about. It's about trying to explore what wrestling fans forget to explore. It's like even as something as simple as Triple H being a part of the Pat McAfee show today. And then news spreads out that Triple H said the PG era is gone. I'm sorry. When did he say that? He said it's a possibility. Meaning, yes, more than likely, you can go ahead and throw the shrimp on the Barbie if you want to. The answer is probably going to be yes, but he didn't say yes. Okay? It's like it took Triple H today to come on the Pat McAfee show to tell you that who was getting murdered. No offense, Steve. I did it on Saturday on part of the on the SmackDown Penitentiary. I'm gonna do it today. Steven, an executive consultant, the alphas and the omegas of professional wrestling, this talk shit is calling y'all out yet again. Because nobody was dead. I never saw the scene and thought somebody was murdered, but that's the fan base you decide to go run with. So that's okay. But like Sha'Carri Richardson, we're going to show y'all how to win gold this year. Okay? Listen, people, make sure you get tuned in, lock in. We got a lot to talk about today, y'all, because I want to talk about the art of storytelling. I always say hashtag wrestling is storyline. And they were not murdered, Steve. What's going on, Jeffrey? I want to talk about this to you people because I need you to understand some things that happened last week. Chad Gable rose from the dead. No, he's not the Undertaker. That did not happen. Okay? But my children, I always say this, right? I bring them up every single week. Shout out to the Knoxxx kids. My kids is fun. Okay? You ain't got to know them to know that. But if you know them, you know that. Okay? My kids are fun. They don't think nobody was murdered. So how can grown-ass men and women think somebody was killed on TV? Okay? But that's okay. Also on the SmackDown show, right? Because that's where a lot of today's show comes from, right? You have to, they say iron sharpens iron, right? Well, sometimes it's a little dull around here. So some shit was sharpened. I said, damn. Go ahead, Vic Damone, Jr. That's 5 times Junior. Damone. And the Z is solid. I've said, what, we figured this out a couple weeks ago, right, guys? Was it October, November? I said Triple H era has begun. I'm a Triple H super mark. I put everywhere man trips because I think if you call them great, you gotta call them when they're down too. That's what I think this is about. Like sometimes you can't just always play. Sometimes you gotta pick sides, people. You can't always play the middle. But I want to play with them. But I want to play with you. But who are you playing with first? Where's your loyalties lie? Sometimes you gotta just make a decision. It's not that difficult. Okay? Are you playing 2K with me or are you playing 2K with somebody else? Fuck it. There it is. Insider, but it's outside now. Okay? So, you got to choose. And I chose to say that Triple H's storytelling this past week in wrestling in general. Okay, we're going to throw a little AEW, hold on, how do you do it? Does that thing still exist? Does that gift still exist? That meme, the dude with the little hands and his wrists all capped up? You know what I mean? Throw a little sprinkle some AEW shit on there because they was pretty good this past weekend too. And I love, again, like on Saturday, iron sharpens iron. What's going on? What happened? What happened would have been, yeah, you said that, a Halloween episode. Absolutely. Absolutely. That's my baby girl, y'all. Chiming in. Appreciate you. You look at this, you go, Triple H has done a really good job. And when iron sharpens iron and the storyline telling is there, I feel obligated to say, this is why we watch professional wrestling, y'all. And so I dug out some, what they call it, right? Because I always say Skynet, right? If you ever come to my house and you come in, you know, everybody goes to somebody's house, what's your Wi-Fi? Well, mine's Skynet, right? I know she's going to take over one day. Okay, that's why you got to have a bank, a shoebox with some money in it. So, you know, dig a hole somewhere out back because when there ain't no currency, electrical currency, what you going to do then? Okay, all them damn games I got that's all downloaded copy is gonna be ass when I ain't got no physical copy. Physical copy is gonna be like soap. You ever watch the Book of Eli? Yeah, that's just gonna happen in real life, people. So in professional wrestling, this shit's about to happen because this past week, Monday Night Raw, shit, even NXT, even AEW, shit, they fast on to Friday. So again, keeping it real, because that's what I got to do on the Mike Knoxxx Show is I keeps it real. Make sure you follow Mike Knoxxx, you follow everybody else, and follow me. Okay, that's 3 X's because I am hardcore. You don't believe me? That's that chicken I just made. That shit's slamming. Okay, no Garth Brooks. Okay, now, what a week. I mean, seriously, the Wyatt 6 debuted, right? You know what? Here it is. It says, the art of storytelling in professional wrestling is a complex, okay, and multifaceted craft that blends physical performance. Listen what I'm saying to y'all now. He's dropping knowledge. He's dropping that knowledge, okay? Character development, okay? Narrative structures, and all that matters. This is storytelling where you have to pay attention, okay? Audience, invoking emotional responses, building matches, events, wherever you can go, the in-depth of it all. Look at how storylines executed in professional wrestling, people. And that's what we just had this past week, a master class of storytelling, okay? Right there. You see that right in the bottom corner right there? That's Triple H, y'all, right? That's Triple H. It's like, I ain't gonna lie now, Dice, I know you backstage. I actually hate using Canva now because those who don't even have skills now use Canva. And it's like, now I know why everybody went to Android, right? Like, everybody got an Apple phone. They got an Apple phone.
But listen, I've been using Canva for 5 years. It is a learning process. It is an experimental process. And most of them can't do the shit that I can do with that Canva. I tell you that. They can't do it. That's all I got to say.
Well, I've only been using it for about 2.
You get in there. You get in there. I see you getting there.
Okay. But it's just when you can see it, you can see it. You know what I'm saying? So it kind of tends to bother me. But let's go ahead. This week in wrestling ain't a week in wrestling. It's a storytelling week in wrestling. Okay? We get the Wyatt 6 out here. Look at this gruesome thing. That's what my daughter said. It's been great on Halloween. She's not lying. I feel like I was in Thriller Night. All that was going on last week, okay? Then we get them. They come out. Uncle Howie's and the Wyatt. See, this is where it's confusing, right? They're called the Wyatt 6. But some people still are saying that, which doesn't even matter, right? Because storytelling, as it can be, Alexa Bliss still might show up, and that the 6th member technically is Bray Wyatt. Okay? I don't know. Don't care. Because the storytelling in this, it's been getting built. We had the countdown. It was to the point, it was like, all right, let's get it over with already. Okay? Like, damn, turn me over. Do something different. That's how I felt. So when it came, honestly, no BS. I jumped up out of bed because I was about to pass out. I went to bed a little early last week. Dice was always playing the game. I took my 2 dubs and I went to bed. I go lay down and I jump out of bed and I tell my kids, like, yo, y'all watching this? And I felt like it was the Firefly Funhouse all over again. So just for me, how I look at it and how this is being told. At some point, before the age of the NWO, if you go back and watch the death of WCW, great thing by Vice TV, by the way. Episode 3 just aired. Episode 4 airs this week. A lot of different, I don't know who to believe. Okay. That's how great it is. All right. But before the NWO, wrestling wasn't really realistic. Right. It follows stories and comic books and movie types, skills, or not skills per se, but like approach to people watching it. It was cinema. It still is cinema. Because it's still cinema. I get you have your AEW fans, your CMLL fans, but I always mention this. Outside of WCW, when it was around, and WWE, the only organization I really, really loved again really was Lucha Underground. Because I felt like I was watching a Mexican soap opera with wrestling. Because wrestling from the beginning of time is the art of telling a story. Okay? And I think they tell really, really good stories. Chad Gable, oh my God, he got shot in the head. Well, is he really out in reality? Is he dead, or is more metaphorically speaking, he's gone, or just not even dead? Because I didn't think gun. I just thought he got hit in the head. Right? There's no brain matter. There wasn't no blood behind his head. Right? If we're gonna be reality, let's be reality. Right? You got to have some eggs, some noodles come out the head. Right? If he gets shot in the brain, they didn't have that. They just had him laying there, little bloody. Right? This is my favorite part of the whole goddamn night. Listen, Bray Wyatt is my boy, but his family is back now. If they want the Fireflies, they can have that shit. I don't want the smoke. Yeet. He's out there getting this match on. He's going to go to Money in the Bank. Talk about that a little bit later as well. He's out of the ring. They just hit the ring. And I felt like I got a episode of the Firefly Funhouse. I thought this was very entertaining and everything else. I just really, really did. But the question is, can this work? My answer to that is simply anything in wrestling can work if they work the gimmick, right? Young Rock taught us that. Work the gimmick. Right? If you work the gimmick, it can work, which means stay on top of it. Don't make it too over the top. Let it have legs to grow. It feels like I am trying to decipher a Kendrick song, trying to understand what happened to Chad. I didn't even take it that way. Wrestling fans nowadays, like, I don't have to go look for things of that matter. I can just go online and let y'all, hypothesize for me. I don't need to do that. It's some things are right in front of you, and some things are I want to know what it is. I got my wife finally watching episodic television because she's now caught up to date with House of Dragon, and she's like, I hate watching this shit. I hate having to wait from week to week. I wish you didn't make me do this. I'd rather wait another year till it's over and watch it all at one time. I'm like, I like watching week to week. That gives me the cinema. For me, that's wrestling. It's the cinema week to week. It makes me want to watch this week. It made you tune into Friday because people, rumor had it, they were going to show up on Friday. So it had you watch then. The problem with everything that Bray Wyatt has created in this faction of his mind that has created, the execution didn't follow through. The finish, shall I say, if you will, so to speak, didn't quite land. It didn't stick the landing. So where does this go? With a faction like this, what are they? Who are they? They look completely like you need Jesus right now to stop them. And Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Cena's not here. So I don't know. Cody Rhodes is on SmackDown. He's the next best option. But I'm here for it. I want to see if it can work. Right? Wrestling, when I say storylines, is about characters and personas, promos and mic skills, in-ring storytelling, feuds and rivalries, spectacles, theatricals, okay? Arts. It all has to go together. It all has story, art, and all of it has to go together. That's what storytelling is. You can go look up a novel. You can go look up any film. Even if a film is 2 hours and 45 minutes long, that don't mean it's not a great film. Just means it's a long-ass movie. Okay? The Godfather was over 3 hours long. That's just what seems to happen. Okay? That's storytelling. What else can we get from Triple H's great mind of storytelling? I just mentioned all those things that I go back to it again. Characters and personas, and then boom, Seth fucking Rollins enters the building. I'm sorry, who expected Seth Rollins to be there? I didn't think Seth Rollins was showing up. Okay, what's going on? I didn't think Seth was showing up. Did you think Seth was showing up? Anybody? I didn't. Haircut for everything. What is here? He just shows up when he wants to show up.
I just have a quick question for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Because the Wyatt Six, right? Now thinking back, we now wonder. We now have found out why Nikki Cross was staring aimlessly for 6-7 months, right? But what happened to everybody else? Do you know the last time you seen Joe Gacy on TV, Dexter Lumis? Like, the only one we saw actually was Nikki Cross.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
In NXT, I saw Gacy.
Yeah, Joe Gacy.
I've always thought that he should have been in something like this. And once they started changing their gimmick in NXT, I stopped liking him. I thought he could do this very well. He had that that Bray Wyatt feel to him.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's true. Especially since in a little fun fact, I don't know, fun fact, but really, Joe Gacy and Bray Wyatt are actually like the same age. Exactly. And so
that's a fact that I would have never known and didn't even give two shits about.
anyway, but
I don't care but I just like their comparison and AEW ratings with you is anything worse, Stefan. I'm gonna call you Stefan. Matter of fact, I'm gonna call you Stefan. Okay, no Urkel.
No
okay?
Urkel.
You're not even smooth enough to be Urkel. I always thought Joe Gacy could be unemployed. Well, you don't watch. I don't know what you watch.
Wow.
Okay?
I wish
but
I knew.
To me, characters are characters, and they gotta be who you make them. Nobody's gonna be great until the thing unfolds. I always say that for wrestling fans. If you like their in-ring ability or you like their look, then it's from there what they can do with the look and the in-ring ability. They do all definitely go hand in hand. And then outside of that ring, what can they do again to keep you gravitated to the screen? Maybe Gacy wasn't for you. Again, I'm not the biggest NXT guy over the last year and a half, 2 years. They have their great moments and they have their really big epic fails to me. But I thought Gacy was a star I thought could be good in there. But again, like I said, moving forward to the storytelling, Seth Rollins comes back. Then this dweeb comes out the back, finally looking good. His entrance is the best thing about him lately. No lie. Okay. Seth is there. They're there. Who cares? Because we get Braun Breaker and Sami Zayn. Who cares? It doesn't matter. I care. That's what matters. Everything has been elevated this past week in wrestling. From the Wyatt Six to Seth Rollins returning, talking about going for the title, to Braun Breaker having Sheamus in every. Listen, the angle in the arena of him spearing Kaiser is crazy. Great view, great camera if you have not seen it. But Monday Night Raw just kept delivering, and then we got Dirty Dominic and Liv Morgan. Yeah, I'm not calling her mid no more. She is straight hydro grade Morgan at this point. If I'm his wife in real life, breaking the fourth wall for my children to be listening, yes, Dominic's married. I'm sorry. Okay. Sorry to break the fourth wall. I'm pretty mad because she has just upped her sexiness on this man's everything. But that's what happens when you're the new Latino Heat, and Dominic Mysterio is the new Latino Heat. Again, storyline at its finest. Oh, you thought we were done on Monday Night Raw? McIntyre comes out and he fucking quits. Did anybody think he was really going to quit? Some of you did. Don't lie. I know you did because you believe in that kind of shit. You thought he really quit. He's going to go to AEW, y'all. This is how they write him off of television. Just like Ricochet. He's automatically going to AEW because he got rid off of TV. If he's smart, he knows the boys in the back is waiting for him to leave and pick them pickings called Samantha Irvin. He going to sign that contract or take his ass somewhere like MLW or TNA where they're close to home here in Orlando, Florida.
You better be smart. Yeah, don't go to former Mills.
Y'all don't stop. And then he shows up on SmackDown. He shows up on SmackDown because SmackDown's in Chicago. They have a saying on the SmackDown Penitentiary. Raw, do y'all have a saying? The Raw review show? They're live today. Also, by the way, what happened to it? It's not here no more. But anyway, you get locked in to the penitentiary. And the executive consultant was on the penitentiary this week, and he said, well, once he was in Chicago this week, we knew he was going to show up in Chicago. So what? It still was entertaining, y'all. We're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the week in pro wrestling, pay some bills, come back. The Mike Knoxxx Show, guys. Listen, storytelling at its finest. Triple H has put his stamp on the WWE, but can he keep his foot on the throat? We'll be right back.
Welcome to the SmackDown Penitentiary.
The last thing that you expect to see is Drew McIntyre standing over top of a downed CM Punk, a bloody CM Punk. Ladies and gentlemen, we have blood.
Yep. Yep. It's barely even involved.
And Liv is putting some masterful stuff on right now.
It's not even. Kevin Owens could be, in my opinion, the next Paul Heyman. Why do I say that? Why do I say that?
Yeah, take me there.
Kevin Owens is a fan.
Say his name and he will come. No Joe
ended
Hendry.
on your phone. The beginning you were trying.
I went to see if my son had ate lunch. What's wrong with you? Now I gotta watch back. This is the one.
Where the fuck are we going? It's like you're in that long car ride. You think you recognize places and you don't know where. That's how it was just now. We went to that whole segment just by asking Kevin Owen's age. That was great. I love it.
Yo, 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 it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
Hello there, everyone. It's King Von Jr., the Victorious Ones podcast and Perfect Plex Talk Radio. Here to give you the week in wrestling history. On June 23rd, 1996, was the night Austin 316 was born. That Stone Cold became king of the ring, and that same night, Ahmed Johnson defeated Goldust to become the first African American Intercontinental Champion in WWF history, or WWE history now. Of course, on the same day in 2002, Brock Lesnar defeated Intercontinental Champion RVD in the finals of the King of the Ring to become the 2002 King of the Ring winner. And so of course, in the main event, Undertaker retained the undisputed title against Triple H. On the same day in 2003, Triple H retained the World Heavyweight Championship in a mass versus title match on Raw against Kane in Madison Square Garden. That was the night that Kane officially took off his mask for the first time. On June 24th, 1996, Harlem Heat defeated Steiner Brothers and Lex Luger and Sting for the WWE World Tag Team titles in the main event of Monday Nitro from Charlotte, North Carolina. And so of course, that was the same night that the Outsiders officially declared war on WCW. On the same day in 2001, King of the Ring, Edge defeated Kurt Angle Edge defeated Kurt Angle in the finals of the King of the Ring tournament. And so of course on the same day in 2002, Vince McMahon opened up Monday Night Raw for Cleveland the night of the King of the Ring to address the entire Raw roster. That's when he announced that was the birth of the Ruthless Aggression era. That's when he gave that Ruthless Aggression speech. June 25th, 2002, a SmackDown taping in Chicago. This was John Cena's official debut match against Kurt Angle. Of course, Kurt Angle was going to win, and Undertaker would shake Cena's hand backstage. On the same day in 2006, Shawn Michaels and Triple H officially reunited to reform D-Generation X and were victorious over the Spirit Squad in a 5-on-2 handicap match in the main event of Vengeance, and they'll go on to send the Spirit Squad packing. So of course, on June 26, 1976, was Antonio Inoki versus Muhammad Ali in a boxing versus wrestling match in Tokyo, Japan. The match went to a 15-round draw, and we saw Inoki spend the entire match, aiming kicks Muhammad Ali. And so of course, I think Ali even got blood clots on his leg afterwards. On the same day, 1992, in Tokyo, the Steiner Brothers defeated Vader and Bam Bam Bigelow to win the IWGP Tag Team Championships. Of course, on June 27th, 2004, JBL won the WWE title, Great American Bash. In 2011, CM Punk dropped the pipe bomb on John Cena. On June 28th was the Hell in a Cell match where Undertaker defeated Mankind. And that was the match of the year in 1998. Birthdays, on June 23rd, Billy Kay turns 35. Brandy Rose turned 41. June 24th, Adam Pearce turns 46. Tiny Lister, also known as Zeus, turns 66. Rest in peace, of course. June 25th, Layla turns 47. And on June 26th, Mark Jindrak turns 47 as well. And Matt Striker turns 50. And that is your week in wrestling history. Mike Knoxxx, back to you.
Yo, 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 it's crime time.
EST.
Soul Man, Rocky Johnson. It's the Honky Tonk Man, NWO. Can you smell what The Rock is cooking? UPR and Around the Blocks give to you This Week in Wrestling History with King Von.
And welcome back, everybody, to the Week in Wrestling here. My name is Mike Knoxxx, and here on Non-Plot Review. Thank you, King Von, always dropping the history because I don't know it. And all y'all have to Google it. So sometimes he might have to, but I know that dude, executive consultant, he couldn't tell you how to go buy a pair of Jordans or New Balances, but he can tell you about what happened in wrestling in 1992. I'll tell you that much. just picking on them guys. Listen, I'm calling them out all day today.
Just bring it, bitch.
That's what I want. I want that team because nobody else is that willing to step up to the plate. I know they got some intertesticular fortitude, him and Steve. But again, people, the art of wrestling, it's so easy. It's so understandable. I just don't understand why wrestling fans still don't quite just get it. I just, can you just tell me why? Please, just tell me. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But still, there's all kind of wrestling storylines, people, right? You see them on the screen. There's just a few of them. They're all there, right? You got your underdog stories, right? Betrayal and redemption, championship quest. Oh, you got to get that title, right? So it could be a power struggle, authority figures, like get on your knees and bark like a dog, right? Kiss my ass club, those kind of things. Faction wars, NWO versus WCW, DX versus Nation of Domination. The impact of it on the audience also. To this day, people are still buying NWO shirts. Emotional investment. All this stuff takes place, guys, because it's real. This is wrestling. This isn't just Mike Knoxxx. It's just, let me go think what I think, even though this is what I've always told you guys. Hashtag Depth to Dirt Sheets. Hashtag Wrestling is Storyline. Charmaine Champ saying, hey, Mike, this is a match for SummerSlam. Drew and CM Punk. And yesterday, 17 years ago, Chris Benoit's death and 6 years of Michael Jackson passed away as well. Well, rest in peace to the king of pop, Michael Jackson. And, man, that is definitely a match we're going to get soon, Charmaine. That's for sure. Thank you for always chiming in. But all those things to say, look in my eyes. People, CM Punk showed up in Chicago. I'm going to say this to be fair, though. I got to be fair. The AEW crowd, I don't know what it was. They sound a little bit louder in Chicago than they did on Friday on SmackDown. Maybe it was the acoustics. I don't know. Right. But I thought when I heard the AEW show him in Chicago, they sound a little bit louder. But who cares? Chicago loves CM Punk. No longer feel. Right. He comes out. He's talking to Yin Yang. And I'm back here and I'm in Chicago. And Paul Heyman comes out. And this is great. This is, again, the art of storytelling. We found out later that Paul Heyman was promised that nothing would ever happen to CM Punk from the Tribal Chief. Then we find out the Tribal Chief's not coming back. Paul's like, yo, take me with you. Like, this is bizarre. Even for Paul Heyman has never, ever cowered this long. Even with Roman, he feared the disappointment of letting his Tribal Chief down. I never felt he feared for his safety. Solo got this man having skid marks in his drawers. He got skid marks right now. He's shitting in his pants, in other words. Take me with you. Nah, come on here, Paul. Get your ass out the ring, son. What y'all call him, Suge Solo? Solo Suge? Solo Knight? Get your ass out here, son. See, I got my red and black on. You know what I'm saying? Got my glove, my murder was the case that they gave me, my death row gloves on. Get out here already. Get in the ring, and everybody got to wear ones now. I get you, DJ. I get you sometimes with the Jordans. They do get annoying how many times I see all you people in Jordans. I'm not going to lie to you. Like, I will never stop, okay? 2 cities, born in one, raised in both. Chicago, Michael Jordan. I do it because that's me. And my name is Mike, you know? Y'all just do this shit because y'all think it's cool. There's a lot of other cooler shoes out there than just Jordans. That's all I'm saying. And no lie, the ones ain't comfortable for shit. Okay? So I don't know why y'all see rocking them. But like the color of the Chicago flag. Nonetheless, he had his J's on. And y'all missed that part. I didn't put it up there. Cody comes out, and it's like the Batman Club, right? That storyline continued as well. But then they're backstage interviewing that horrible tag team, DYI. And everybody like, oh, I don't care. Can't stand him. And that guy, Grayson Waller, and all of a sudden here banging at the door. Boom. Boom. I thought, well, damn. Did TNA invade SmackDown? Maybe it's the Wyatt 6 saying, let me in. We don't know. They open it up, and then there goes CM Punk. Ass beaten. Then you have to ask yourself as a storyteller, is he ready to come back? Was he coming back too soon? Can you keep him off longer? Well, this could mean anything. See that, people? You're not like us, AEW. You cannot throw storylines. You got all that talent, but you're not like us in WWE. Anyway, he picks him up bloody, as they said in the SmackDown commercial. We got blood, y'all, on SmackDown. We got actual blood. And like he beat the living shit out of CM Punk. So bad they had to go to the black and white stills. Punk's laid out. Punk's getting carried and dropped out, going out on a stretcher. This is cinema, y'all. This is straight fucking cinema. And for those who didn't know, everybody's wondering, oh, what God? What did he take off his wrist? Yeah, I cared, but I didn't care, but I get it, stuff we're supposed to care about. But here it is, right? Because I didn't know. This was posted somewhere. I stole it. Okay. It's not mine. Looks like AJ Marry Me, right? Or Marry Me AJ. Or Happy Marry AJ. I don't fucking know. It's to his wife, right? He takes that. What's the purpose of that? We shall find out later. The storytelling continues. Because later on, we got Solo taking on my man Cody in a one-on-one match. Don't nobody come to the ring. Nobody come to the ring. You got it. I got it. You got it. I got a plan. I love when a plan comes together. 18, right? But no, Solo has a plan. What's Solo plan? I don't know, because the story tells me we knew he was coming. We didn't know when. Pause. No Diddy. But Mr. Feuds shows up and he takes out Kevin Owens. He takes out, look at Randy's face. Look like Randy took a shit right there. Let's just pause. Look at Randy's face. Put it up big. Look. Tell me Randy Orton don't look like he just took a shit in his pants. Now, if you know wrestlers, sometimes they poop themselves in the ring. Pretty disgusting and nasty, but it's been known to be after they did it. Randy pooped himself right here from Mr. Jacob Fatu. And then, on top of that, he's not done. He's not done. Then they said, you know one of the things, Dice? 2 words are too sweet. The WWE fail to trademark the whatever wolf, right? They came out and they call him the Samoan werewolf. It's just that simple. They just do what they want. It's the WWE fucking E. Okay, fuck your name. I'm going to give you a better name. The Samoan werewolf. And we have another bloodline. Jacob Fatu was rumored from wrestling fans. I can't even say rumored, right? This wasn't a rumor. This was wrestling fans trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, playing Clue, if you will. He's going to help Roman. Well, I don't know, because Solo just said Roman's not coming back. The greatest storyline in wrestling history is the bloodline, and it continues. I have watched wrestling faithfully for over 40 years. And somebody, I dare you to tell me a storyline that has lasted longer than this, and don't say Bruno Sammartino, right? And his title run. It's not a storyline. Maybe it could be. Let that be. If you want to throw that out there, go right ahead. But a storyline, we're going to say that's a storyline, which, again, we're cheating ourselves, because if that's a storyline, having the belt for, 16, 17, 20 years, Bruno Sammartino had that damn title, that's a storyline. But next to that, it doesn't even matter how long he had that shit. This is the best storyline in professional wrestling history, okay? The NWO, pretty fucking awesome storyline. I cannot lie. But the end was assed, okay? And looking back again on the death of WCW, the finger poker duel wasn't that bad in the first place. I said it. This is unpopular review. I said it to Dice off air. I'm saying it now, DJ. Sometimes you try to, you got to be socially conscious of what you say. Typically, I say a lot of shit I just really mean, but something I just won't bring up. I never understood wrestling fans being mad at that when that happened. Straight up, Eric. I never understood why wrestling fans got mad at the finger poker doom. It was their title. It was NWA, the best trio in WWE right now. The best trio, because you got I got him here for. I thought I put his picture up in here for you. I thought I put it in here for you. But these guys right now, the storyline of the bloodline, what they're doing, I don't know. But when it comes back, War Games, the end of SummerSlam, because I think SummerSlam is going to be Solo and Cody. This is what if it isn't Civil War? What if it isn't Civil War? What if it's just one big ass bloodline? Right? We don't think that. We automatically think it's going to be at war, which more than likely we're all right. But I don't know. I'm here for it all. My tribal chief. Let me get. Oh yeah, AEW. Right? Y'all remember this? AEW Dynamite. Even they stole there's some stories this week. I cannot lie. Yes, Tony. Yes, y'all had some really good stories this week. It's the truth. You did. All right. This face to face. The verbiage between these two. But I put this up here yet again because I'm going to do this every single week. I get an opportunity to say this to you, Mr. Tony Khan. Every week I'm going to say this to you. Okay? Doesn't matter. I have to say it because you continue to drop the ball on Swerve Strickland. Yeah! Flat out, honestly, it is the best remedy. It is the truth. You fail Swerve Strickland every week as your world champion. Yeah! TNA makes Moose looks like $1 million. You make Mercedes Moné look like $1 million. The young, he has yet to me to feel like a world champion. And I don't think that's all him. It's how they position him. But I'm here for the match. Even Roosh and MJF was pretty damn interesting. But AEW stopped. The biggest news was, again, wrestling storyline, right? That means bullshit. That means dirt sheets. That means all of it. Do you really believe that Shane McMahon is going to go to AEW? Do you give a fuck? What can Shane offer them other than the last name McMahon? Other than the name McMahon, what can Shane actually offer AEW? I don't know, Tony. That's a question for you to answer that question. I don't think it can work. But again, the Bloodline members all have multiple children. It's going to be around for generations, forever and ever. Miss Katie, the art of storytelling in professional wrestling, guys, is just a blend of character development, physical performances, and narrative crafting. It leverages the unique capabilities of wrestling as a minimum to create an engaging, emotional stories that captivate. You keep putting it up while I'm reading, and that throws me the fuck off. And audiences worldwide. Bloodline cannot travel outside overseas. I hear half the shows are overseas now. Not half the shows are overseas. Okay. Just the ones that are not the big ones. Right? So you have your Toronto's not overseas. Right? And they were wrestling in Japan. Right? So I don't know a lot of where a lot of that stuff comes from, where they can't get in here, they can't get in there. And if that's storytelling, which they've used that already with Corey Graves, that makes it make them even more rabid animals. I am not a ratings dude, but that's why AEW did 5 because Tony Khan did Swerve Strickland dirty. I don't know if it's that, but their ratings have gone down, even with MJF coming back and having that big boom. And I'm not a ratings guy either. I don't go by that either. I think I've watched plenty of programs people didn't watch, and I thought they were good television shows, including things like this. So I don't let people's opinions sway me. I actually hate fans. I'm not going to say loathe. I hate wrestling fans that do not watch wrestling. All they do is read it from whatever source they choose to read it from, and that's how they grade that's how they grade the product. I think that's piss poor to wrestling fans. I hate you kind of wrestling fans because you are doing yourself no justice or the business. I cannot go read what happened in AEW on Wednesday Night Dynamite and tell you from what I read if that's good or bad based off someone's reporting. You can't do that. ESPN can give me Angel Reese versus Kaylin Clark highlights, but they have to package it in a way where I can see where it was entertaining, but that's highlights. I can watch highlights. I can't read what that was and feel it. It's a different feeling that you get. It happens for audiences worldwide. What is the art of storytelling? Triple H has done everything possible to get himself back out there in the mainstay. And because of that, I just believe in what he has done. I believe in the message that he is trying to get delivered over there. I believe in all of it. All of it, all of it, all of it. I cannot go any further than how great I believe in what he has done for wrestling right now and where it is the past week and what they're going. Like, I know we have the whole, I think I have that picture that I put together. You know what? We're going to take another break. We'll be right back. I'm going to talk about some more things in wrestling this past week that happened because a lot of shit took place.
I want to talk to you about cheating in wrestling, not just heel cheating, like, oh, I'm going to use some brass nuts. I want to talk to you about cheating in wrestling, like in relationships. What are the most memorable cheating angles between a wrestling couple that you remember?
Definitely going to say Edge, Lita with Matt Hardy situation. Stephanie, Triple H, and Chyna. Definitely one.
You know what my favorite cheating angle is in wrestling is the Macho Man, Miss Elizabeth, and Hulk Hogan.
Well, the cheating angle was supposedly Miss Elizabeth, Ric Flair, and Macho.
No. Yeah, I know that one. That was also. But I mean, listen. Macho Man knew what he was up to.
Yeah, he saw the lust in his eyes.
He accused this woman multiple times of cheating.
I mean, Elizabeth
she cheated with Hulk Hogan.
She had that wandering eye.
She did, and Macho Man knew it. I see the lust in your eyes. He was absolutely right. That was the best one.
Oh, that's what happens when the cream rises to the top.
Sucia.
It's why I started hating HH in the first place, because he had lust in his eyes for Miss Elizabeth. So much happened this past week, and I just look back and I see wrestling fans complaining and bitching and moaning like they do constantly. Like, if you don't like the Wyatt 6 angle, I'm not messing with you for that, right? It's an acquired taste. I think wrestling in itself is an acquired taste to look at wrestling, to like what you like in wrestling, and to gravitate to wrestling, that part of it. But one of the most important things when it comes to professional wrestling, though, is still understanding it. I'm not going to go to a football game expecting to watch golf, right? So I don't go into a comedy expecting to watch a horror movie unless I'm going to see The Blackening. But even then, it was too funny to be a horror movie. You guys go to wrestling and you don't know that it's storytelling 101. You want to get nothing but in between the squared circle or octagon or 8 sides or whatever, and you want it to just be that. That's not the wrestling you're going to watch on television. No television product is going to give you that kind of wrestling because it's not built that way. Okay? It's a reason why, again, I mentioned shows like The Walking Dead, MASH, Big Bang Theory. Name, insert any long-running, standing TV show worldly popular. It's because the anticipation of what's going to happen next. It's what's delivered there. Excuse me. It's what's next. And to see what's next in wrestling is to anticipate it. It's cool making fun of it. It's cool trying to book it, as Triple H said today on the Pat McAfee show. You know, come up with all your own crazy concepts and things that could work for you and things like that. That's really, really cool. But you have to really, truly understand what pro wrestling is and to know that it's completely storytelling. Nothing more, nothing less. Okay, this
one without the other isn't any good. Oh, I knew he was going to do that.
Storytelling. Okay. That's what makes wrestling wrestling. Goldberg, storytelling. Whether you liked it or you didn't like it, that was storytelling. At every week, we saw this bald head dude come out here probably the first. But you started really noticing him about 3 weeks in. If you watch the show, like, you're like, okay, all right, that's the second time this man came out here. And I like Dice's soliloquy on the Bret Hart thing. And I'm a huge Bret Hart mark. I think I'm gonna throw it behind the curtain of unpopular review. Hey, Jack, he's really, fucking with you. Okay, but it's just really fun that he fucks with you like that. Okay, there's no way he thinks what he thinks about Goldberg over Bret Hart. But in defense, he was doing that kick for a while. I saw that kick early on. But when you would see Goldberg with that kick come out, do a backflip, I didn't know at that time he was actually spearing these motherfuckers for real. I was like, damn, that shit looked crazy. Looked good to me. He got paid to do a job and tell a story, and he told it well. Now that could he have elevated his craft? It's like Zion. Dude, you got all this ability. It's your job to keep yourself healthy and lay off them beignets. Should Goldberg have gotten better in the ring? Yes, he should have. I'm positive he's joking. I don't know. To even put that up there is to not know what I know, and I know what I know. I like the bloodline story, but I would like to see more story with the women. I'm with you. We've all been saying over and over and over again. When I thought when Nia Jax got drafted to SmackDown, when she became Queen Nia, I thought this was an assured thing to put her in the bloodline. I don't know why they haven't done that just yet. I'd rather them do that than her being the protector, if you will, for Tiffany Stratton. I'm tired of her always playing that role. I cannot stand that. And I like Tiffany Stratton, the prettiest moonsault ever. Doesn't need Nia Jax, and Nia Jax doesn't need Tiffany Stratton. So just like with Vince in the Attitude Era, just like the NWO era, all these great times in wrestling of storytelling being told, there are people who get left behind. Okay, and Nia Jax to me right now is one of the people that are getting left behind, and I like to see that not happen for her. They need Vicky Guerrero back on TV is what they really need. Okay, I'm calling for that right now. I want more Vicky Guerrero back on television. Vicky, are you out there? Can you be somebody's Kruger?
Excuse me. This is Vicky Guerrero, and you're listening to the Soul and Sports with Mike Knoxxx and the crew. Orale!
Vaughn, I've had too many damn names. That's why I finally just said enough of Perfect Plex Talk Radio, enough of the Soul and Sports, right? It's just going to be the Mike Knoxxx Show.
As it should be.
It's been going on for too long. But tonight, Monday Night Raw takes place in Indianapolis. Okay. Will we get what will we get, shall I say? Because we will get something. What will we get from the Wyatt Six? When they open the show. Look, for those who didn't know, Gable is in a match in the Money in the Bank qualifier. So as I said, was he metaphorically killed or knocked out or beaten up? Or was he? Everybody kept saying, "Oh, this is a way to get him to change his character." This is what wrestling fans. I don't mind you. Sometimes I get this. You guys don't have a camera worth people watching you. I get it. Sometimes nobody's watching me either, but I'm still out here trying. Okay, but I do have enough friends and family that I don't have to You won't catch me just randomly having a bad day, unless I'm having, you know what I'm saying? To be like, yeah, man, my life sucks. To get somebody to say, it's okay, buddy. You can get through it, right? Some of you might need that. I don't, right? So when I said that to say, you take this shit too serious. It's as simple as that. It's real to me, damn it. No, it's television. Okay, and granted, yeah, I say this all the time. I'll say it again. Matt Damon, just like Dave Meltzer, fuck you. And I'm saying fuck Matt Damon because he played a role so good in Family Ties as a bigot in School Ties. I believe him to this day that he was a great bigot. That's how great he played that role. So I get it. I get you taking shit serious. But come on, people. You've been watching wrestling for a long time. A long time. If Chad Gable had been murdered, we'd have saw dead people. Okay, and nobody was dead. Okay, nobody was dead. It was only a matter of time. So we got that's tonight, Vaughn, as Chad Gable is on the program and our wrestling and qualifying for the Money in the Bank. Money in the Banks right now to me have been very, very good, to be honest. We got Kaiser taking on Braun Strowman. We have women's qualifier match between Shayna Baszler, Valkyria, and Kairi Sane. We got the match between Kofi Kingston and against Karrion Kross. That's the one, again, I meant to bring up. And that's storytelling right there because I think we're going to get the end of the New Day. If you saw the mannerisms, those are things that I look for when I watch wrestling. I don't look for the dirt shit to tell me something. I look for what I can spot myself, right? As he's interviewing him, Kofi jumped in. He didn't quite like it. Maybe it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazines. Salt and Pepper and Heavy D up in the limousine. Oh, I'm sorry. Y'all trying to cancel Biggie next. Let me stop because, y'all just want to kill everything that was great in the 90s. Okay? That's all I'm saying. Fucking Biggie Smalls ain't do nothing. Let that man rest in peace. It was Diddy's fault. Diddy said I did it because Diddy got to quit it. Shit. Diddy did it all. Okay? But all this, and I thought that anyway last week, truth be told, Ty, metaphorically, this is a dream scenario. That's really what I thought, because it was too over the top, right? But when you look at the Firefly Funhouse, it was over the top. And I remember when the Firefly Funhouse first came out, none of you people were checking for this shit. I was on an island with me and Wilson. And in this case, Wilson was Dice Man. It was just us. Everybody else was complaining and bitching and moaning. And then all of a sudden it was like, oh my God. To this day, I still think that match with him and Jonathan Horatio Rodriguez, Tom Brady, Cena was a super dope match. It was great. ESPY award winning, Slammy award winning, Knoxxx award winning. So tonight, we got the
You have any bold predictions? I think we got like 4 minutes left. Just tonight.
I'm gonna fuck this fried chicken up that I made. I'm gonna do that. What else? Yep, she got the collard greens. Yeah, we did a Sunday food dinner on Monday. So we're gonna do that. And I'm still gonna get up tomorrow at 4:00 in the morning, 4:30 in the morning, go to the gym to work it off. Yeah. Y'all see me. Got my boys out here lifting. You know what I mean? But no, I want to say Chad Gable wins the Money in the Bank qualifier, but I got a feeling it's going to be. They always put one big guy in there recently, so if it's not Braun, I want to go with Bronson Reed.
Braun got taken out too.
Yeah, he's there. Valkyria, I think, wins tonight. Of course, Braun Breaker to me is the future of Raw. I'm sorry, I think Braun Breaker is everything, but when they try to bring in a guy like a Batista, like a John Cena, like a Brock Lesnar, I think Braun Breaker's that good. I thought he was that good in NXT. He's one of the bright spots, him and Melo. And I'm starting to actually see differences now in Melo, where I was like, maybe he's too small. Melo talks so big that he has a little AJ Styles in him. And he got like a little HBK and a little AJ Styles inside of Melo. Hey,
I can see it.
I am now seeing so much more positive than I thought he could ever do. What about you? Anything that tonight you see?
I mean, WWE is still advertising Gable and Braun, so I don't know.
What shows Gable, Braun, and
Bronson
in a qualifier match? Yeah.
I'm more interested to see who actually qualifies for on the men's side of things, because the men's side of their Money in the Bank looks fire. Women's, I need a little bit more, but as it's constructed right now, it doesn't matter who else goes in that men's, it's going to be fire.
Do you think, and we'll talk about that a little bit later, but do you think Yeet in the Bank is going to happen?
I want it to, but what Chris said on the penitentiary, it makes sense. If Jay is going to be called upon by his family, does he really need the briefcase? But still, we've had people hold the briefcase for over a year, so he can take care of business. He can take care of family business.
I think he needs it. I think he needs it.
He needs something. He needs something. He can't be this over and not win nothing.
And win nothing. That's the only thing. The only thing he has won was his brother's matchup. And a lot of people hated that match.
They didn't understand it. I did, but
it
didn't come off. It didn't come off the way they wanted it to.
Yeah, but I saw past that for me, and I enjoyed it. But I do get the complaints they got with that. But gonna get up out of here, guys. Like I said, I got a whole feast waiting for me. Family's waiting on me. We're gonna get up out of here today, guys. Probably should have cut it about 15 minutes short, truth be told, with you guys. But listen, do me a favor. Listen, happy birthday to my baby girl turning 26 yesterday, y'all. I'm a grown-ass father, okay? Happy belated father, all the fathers that are out there. And listen, guys, do me a favor. Do not wake up tomorrow morning and say to yourself, I love me some me. And do not know that Solid Flair is the greatest women's wrestler.
Damn, we almost had it.
Oh,
we almost had it, y'all.
Here the kids. We out of here, y'all. Fingers. See y'all next week.
You ready? Let's go! At the Money Night Raw, what you getting in? Perfect Plex Radio, got them listening. Mike Knoxxx, from Cena to The Rock, or whatever wrestler is hot. News, the interview.